Welcome back. I'm playing Warhammer 40,000 Battlesector. We'll get started on our next multiplayer matchup. We are going to be playing the Bridges. It's an Exterminatus, 2,000 points. It's going to be a Blood Angel versus Blood Angel, 2,000 points as I said, a 100-point target, no turn limit, and no turn timer. So I'm going to use a bunch of jump infantry here and see how this goes. Alright, so I have our forces selected here. We have a Lieutenant, Sanguinary Priest. My thought is with Lieutenant that I can give my guys the double momentum gains here. Sanguinary Priest to heal and then also increase the damage. I have 2 Assault Terminators with the Thunder Hammers, 2 Sanguinary Guards with the X-Carnine Axe, and I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Assault Squads and 2 Predator Balls with the Twin Assault Cannon. I like to typically keep these guys all together, so if the opponent ends up having his forces selected and moved on the 2 bridges here independently, then that tends to work in our favor because then I can overwhelm him, and then if he has a bunch of guys over here, then I can use my jump infantry to come across. As there is no turn timer, we should be able to be a little more strategic on our positioning here, and we'll see how it ends up working in our favor, because if he has more of a ranged units, they really can't shoot through this because of how terrible the penalties are. So even if you're on here shooting over here, you get like half accuracy, which is one of the reasons the Hive Guards are so good on this one, is because they ignore a lot of cover penalties and things like that, but otherwise when you're shooting across here, it's an absolute disaster and frustration. So let's see how it goes. And I'm going to increase the movement here because we're not going to be engaging anybody in the first turn, so it's like we might as well just use our jump infantry and move up as much as we can. Kind of get everybody positioned here. I guess there's no reason to charge with him since he's pretty much ready. It's like we'll just keep them all together as much as I can here. And jump these guys up.
Of the assault doctrine for Skyfall.
Alright, and still haven't seen his enemy, the guys. I see that he's got the Furiosa Dreadnought with the heavy flamer, and he's got 2 Predators with both of the flame cannons, and looks like he's got some Tech Marines there as well. So it's like I don't want to charge up here or he's going to flame into me, and I can't quite reach him. So I'm just kind of calculating some numbers here, trying to decide where do I want to be in order to move up. It's like, do I move up? I don't want him to get into my big blob and flame everybody because he's going to definitely be able to kill him. So it's like, I think if I just pull these guys back, this should be far enough where they should be safe. And it's like, I'd rather have the Terminators moved up here so they can get the bonus damage if I'm going to warp in. And it's kind of funny, he's doing the same strategy I am, just with different units, as he's moving a death blob together. And he's got the Hell Blasters with the heavy incinerators, so they're just absolutely decimating my tank right now. And he's got another set here, both with the heavy incinerator, so that's going to pretty much take out that Predator. And he's got a second Tech Marine there. Another Hell Blaster. His own Lieutenant. And he's got the Lieutenant kitted out with the Thunder Hammer and the Inferno Pistol, it looks like. And he's using his Fragstorm assaults there. So he effectively killed one of my Assault Marines here. So it's like, let's get the bonus going and start getting the bonus here. And it's like, well, I should be able to move my tank up here and it should easily be able to tank all these attacks. And it's like, I'm like, I want to warp or teleport behind them, but I can't do it, and I'm not quite sure what's going on. It's like, do I not have line of sight? What is going on here? So I'm a little frustrated. It's like, I'd like to be able to snipe these Tech Marines, but I can't get there either. So I'm like, what the hell am I going to attack here? Because I don't want to charge in and do charge attacks because I'm worried I'm going to get suppressed. And so it's like, well, I guess let's do the momentum gain. I probably should have done that first before I moved to the tank, but it is what it is. And I'm just like, why the hell can I not teleport back here? And so I'm like, well, I guess I'm going to jump these guys around because maybe it's a line of sight thing. So it's like, whatever. If I can get those Terminators back there, then it would be worth it. And I'm just trying to figure out, can I get there without getting shot up? And I'm like, I'm pretty sure I can. And we jumped back here. And it's like, I still can't get there.
I'm like, what the hell is going on? And I look at this and it's like, oh, I can't be adjacent to an enemy unit. So that's what's going on here is I need to clean up these guys in the back here to be able to do that. So it's like, alright, well, let's just take out the lieutenant, because then maybe I can jump some more guys in here. And unfortunately I didn't have enough to get the kill, and it's like if I do that, you're going to get attacked. So, and I'm still worried with all these guys here that I'm going to get suppressed. So I'm just trying to figure out my positioning here. And it's like, well, I think if I move these other assault marines up, I can then whip my crack grenade up here, and I should be able to snipe the lieutenant. And I don't have to worry about his freaking Inferno pistol shooting me. So I throw that, and he's down. So now I've opened up the whole center. And it's like, oh, if that's the case, I should pretty easily be able to snipe the Sanguinary Guard too. Now I'm still worried he's going to get suppressed, so it's like, let's not even chance it. So let's just jump down. And that's successful, so it's like, well, let's use that to try to get the extra AP if I kill this guy. And we kill him, but no extra attack, unfortunately.
Your will be done.
And now it's like, alright, now we should just be able to wrap these guys up. So it's like, how do I want to get some kills? Because I'd like to take out the Furiosos. But it's like, well, maybe I can just jump back here, because I was still kind of hoping at this time I was going to be able to warp in the Terminators, but I just don't have enough of them. So I'm like, well, let's just keep taking out these Hellblasters then. And we're hitting them. Unfortunately, I'm stacking them up to be able to get attacked by Flamers pretty aggressively here. So now it's like, well, maybe I just run in here and charge to get these attacks, and then maybe I can open up the center. So I'm just trying to decide, would I rather take out a Predator, or would I prefer to take out the Furiosos? And it's like, I don't know if it really makes a huge difference. So at this point in time, it's like, well, maybe we just charge. It's like, you can't charge into that other tank, so I guess we'll just charge with this guy. And then the other guys can charge into the tank. So those are pretty decent hits there. And it's like, I'm pretty sure you're going to be able to kill this Terminator, or this Dreadnought. So we hit him here, and it blows up. And now we've opened this area up, so it's like, that's not too bad. Unfortunately, I didn't get enough to get the bonus attack, because I didn't get enough momentum with destroying that, so I'm still 8 short. So now I'm like, well, let's run this other Terminator group up here to hit the other tank down. And then it's like, let's run the Lieutenant up here. And I can give the bonus accuracy and armor piercing to our Predator, and then if I move the Predator over one, I should be able to land attacks onto the Tech Marine and take out another one before he's able to buff his guys. And that was enough to get the kill there, so I'm like, alright, this is working pretty well. I'm not super happy that I have all these Assault Marines back to back over here, because he's going to easily be able to get some flames. And it's like, I want these Sanguinary Guards to survive, so I run these guys away, because the Terminator should be able to hold down the command there, and I still got these guys here. And it's like, I think no matter what I do, they're going to get attacked, so... Or not attacked, but they would die, whether they have the bonus, bonus range damage to them or not. So it's like, well, let's just run you down here and get some shots. I was hoping he was going to be able to finish that up, but that was not the case. Now we got everybody kind of in position here, so it's like I should pretty easily be able to get some kills. And I decide, well, he's probably going to focus fire down my tank, so let's just move that back one. so it doesn't blow up another vehicle around everybody.
We are the lords of the assault doctrine.
And now it's like I'm going to suffer quite a bit of losses, but the Flamer should not do good against the Terminators, and at least one Sanguinary Guard will survive, so we'll keep him back there. And then I'm just worried he's also going to use his Hellblasters to snipe my Sanguinary Priest, so I'm going to run him back here so he'll be safe.
The Sanguinary Priesthood serves the will of the chapter.
Because those Hellblasters still have quite a bit of health left.
Taking fire.
And he killed those guys. Hellblasters are working on taking out my tank here. He's flaming into the Assault Marines and killing those ones. And gives me an attack of opportunity over here. And he decides he wants to flame into these guys and get the kill there. And brings the Hellblasters up here because he really wants to take out this tank, which he does. And then he's pulling back the flame tank to try to keep it alive.
It can only be victory.
And it's like, well, I should pretty closely get to 2, and then I can summon even more Assault Marines. So it's like these guys are pretty close to being ready to get some attacks, so it's like, let's just run with these Terminators here, get some attacks that'll blow up and hurt all these other guys. And it's like, I'd like to take this Dreadnought out.
We are the Bloodblades of Skyfall.
So it's like, maybe we get behind them here. Use your charge attack and get some rear damage. And that almost killed the Dreadnought, so it's like these guys should pretty easily be able to get the kills. It's like, oh, I gotta take out this Tech Marine too, because he's doing all this locking everybody down. So it's like, alright, let's just summon another one down here. And that by itself almost killed him. Now he's here, so it's like, maybe if I bring these guys down, you can get the kill. So it's like, let's move these guys down before the explosion happens. And then the explosion was enough to kill the Tech Marine.
We are the lords of the assault doctrine.
And now it's like, well, what do I want to do here? And it's like, let's move these guys up and move him up here so he can heal the Sanguinary Guard. Because then they should be able to do crazy damage. And if I run them up here, they should be able to hack apart these guys. And that should get me more than enough momentum to get me to the max here. And it's like, I really want to take out this take out the Predator, so he's not flaming even more of my guys, but it's like, let's run these guys up to kill the Hellblasters. It's like, because they're not going to be able to move far enough to attack those other guys, so it's like, let's just do this and chop these guys down. And then they're almost dead now. So it's like, alright, we'll move you down so when it blows up it doesn't kill everybody, but chances are... I thought, well, maybe I could get the crack grenade here to get the kill, but I was short, so I'm like, shit, now I just screwed up. So it's like, I guess we're going to jump into this guy to get the kill. And then that kills everybody there. And then he's here, so it's like, well, kill these Hellblasters. And then we still have the one Hellblaster left. Unfortunately, I don't have any other attacks here. So he's just completely surrounded. I ruined the Terminators over here so he can't attack the Sanguinary Guard. Not that he's going to be able to... or the Sanguinary Priest. Not that he's going to be able to kill him with one shot. But it's like, alright, now I've got this on total lockdown here. And he shoots my lieutenant in the face, doing 70-some damage with one unit. So let's get some revenge and just run over here and smack him in the face, which I do, and get the kill. So, pretty overwhelming victory in our favor here. Surprisingly, he did take out 50% of our units on the counterattacks here. He did an excellent job. As you can see, the Hellblasters with the heavy plasma incinerators can absolutely destroy almost anything, especially with their abilities. So he was able to easily destroy my Predators. They can snipe hero units down. Big thing is they just aren't effective. Like if he would have been using those to attack my Sanguinary Priest, or not my Sanguinary Priest, my Assault Marines, then he would have only been able to kill 1 or 2 models per attack, so it just doesn't make sense on that case. But whether it's if he would have been using them to attack my Terminators or pretty much anything other than those 5-unit squads, then he would have done a lot of damage. But the downside is with those 4 Hellblasters, he really spent a lot of points on those guys. So it didn't leave him with a whole lot else, because everything that he had was either extremely long range or extremely close range. You know, he had all those flame units, and then he had the Hellblasters. So what ended up happening is because he was moving them as a big death blob like what I was doing, they were blocking the line of sight and limiting their ability. So by running my tank up there, I could soak up the flame attacks, and then because the assault marines are so overpowered, you can run in there, close the distance, use their bonus melee damage and accuracy to jump in, do a bunch of damage to pretty much everything. I was able to use the Terminators to run in and do a lot of damage to the dreadnoughts and tanks as well, because they have so much armor. The flamers really wouldn't do much damage to them. And then because the assault marines, because they're not good enough already, they also have the crack grenades. I was able to run up there, whip the crack grenade to get some kills. The other thing to do is if they were injured, you can use all those crack grenades to still do, you know, 50 to 80 damage, not a little bit more. And you can do a little bit more if they even crit on top of that, which is why I think they're overpowered. You know, the fact that they cost the same as the intercessors is just ridiculous. I think you really need to either increase the cost of them, bringing them up to 80, or you just need to limit the amount, because the fact that you can bring 6 of these with this setup, but then the orcs can only use, you know, 4 or 3 of their storm boys. I would rather have these assault marines over the storm boys any days, because they have more utility. Now the storm boys, you know, they have more health. They can also use the jump attack, but it's harder for them to survive, whereas you can always use the assault marines to run and snipe guys much easier than you can with the orc storm boys, in my opinion at least. I just find that the space marines are always able to get the jump on the storm boys if they have the like on a one-on-one match. So I'm just not very happy with where the game is right now, that the assault marines, you can get so many of them. You can get the death companies, you get the sanguinary guards, you can get the terminators. Like, everything has so much movement. There's a reason why on the tournaments these guys all use space marines. But his force law is good. He had very high selection there. If I would have gone with a mechanized army with like a similar composition of his, then he would have been able to blow me apart. But most people are not going to play with that composition on this game. So really, way too many Hellblasters. Shouldn't have had more than 2, and then he should have had those other points going into assault marines or different units, so I wasn't able to just totally overwhelm him, because once I closed the distance, the Hellblasters were nullified, and that was over 20% of his army points was probably in the Hellblaster. So just led to kind of an ineffectual unit composition for his army here. So hopefully that gives you some feedback on what my recommendation would be for the builds. You know, certainly going with the flames are good. I wouldn't have gone all flame like you did. I mean, if you're going to go with the 2 assault cannons, I would have, or these 2 predators, I would have gone with the assault cannons, not the flamer tanks. If you're going to go with flamer dreadnoughts, or I would have done like a librarian dreadnought, something that would have had slightly more survivability, because the fact that you have all these flamers, yes, they would be able to do a ton of damage, but you couldn't do anything until you got into really close damage. And so I was able to, with my force selection, jump around and get more kills. Now, if you would have done this force selection against the Necrons, you would have got absolutely decimated as well. Perhaps with the Sisters and Tyranids, this would have been an okay, but again, you had too many points put into your Hellblasters. If you want that many Hellblasters, you probably don't want them all to be heavy plasma incinerators, because then you can't take out infantry squads. So it was just too many resources there, and I think that sealed your fate, in addition to having those 2 extremes, because by keeping them as a death blob like you had, you effectively nullified your Hellblasters and made them so they couldn't be utilized after you launched those couple of attacks. So hopefully that helps and gives you guys an idea of some things that you can do on this game with the different builds, and especially on the bridges, it can be a very frustrating map because of how the cover works here, because every obstacle that's in your way, you'll get accuracy penalties. So even if your guys are next to the bridges, just having it next to you, you suffer accuracy penalties. I think what they need to do is kind of what they did in the Sanctus Reach game, is the obstacle that you're right next to, that counts as cover for you, but it shouldn't count as a obstacle penalty for their range, because they could be, using some cover to support their weapons or something. So it doesn't make sense that just the one obstacle by itself is already lowering their accuracy so much. So I doubt they're gonna reprogram how the game works though at this point in time. But I am quite frustrated by the cover system here. I think it's far inferior than it was in the Sanctus Reach series. So thanks for watching. I hope you're enjoying these videos. If you want to play matches against me, send me a message through YouTube and let me know what your username is. Create a private game and then tell me what the password is. I'm happy to upload it. I'll give you some feedback. Or if you have some good army setups here that I don't play with, that you want to show off to all the subscribers or beat my ass in front of everybody, let me know and I'm happy to facilitate that, and I'll get it uploaded. So I hope you're enjoying these videos. If you are, please give my channel a like and subscribe. Encourage me to post more content for you. Have a great day.